Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is announcing the arrival of the Honorable Commissioner for the Environment, Barrister Tunji Bello. Thank you, Fire Brigade. Thank you. Sit down. Sky Brigade. Well, now that the Honorable Commissioner is there, who is representing His Excellency the Deputy Governor, the program will now commence. So on this note, I want to invite Dr. S.O. Akodo to please come and give us the opening prayer. Dr. S.O. Akodo.
Let us pray. Oh Lord our God, we thank you for every day and
thank you very much, sir. Yes, I just want to quickly recognize the CDA of Aguda, Chief S.A. Akirele. As the list from Koshofe is being forwarded, I will also introduce them. We have members and officers from the National Union of Road Transport Workers. We also have market men and women here. The market leader of Koshofe, Mrs. Obani Bashiri, you are welcome, ma'am. The CDC chairman of Koshofe, Dr. S.A. Akodo. The LURTW chairman, Mr. Taitu, and the CDA from Mende, the chairman, Alaji M.A. Edu. We also have the CDA from Adebari, Mende, Ojota Central, Ububu Central, and Uru. Well, I've introduced the chairman of the CDC, Chief Dr. S.O. Akodu, the secretary, Honorable Shegun Babatunde, the Olubori CDA, Mrs. Akobiade, the Chief Shonibare, the CDA from Shomui, the CDA from Mende, the CDA from Ojota, and the CDA from Ife. Ìfẹ́ síwájú and ìfẹ́ sowọ́pọ̀. All
Secretary, Ministry of Environment, our sister, hardworking sister, the Honorable Chairman, Koshofe Local Government, the Directors of the Ministry of Health and other ministries here present, the Vice Chairman of Jodi Local Government, the Vice Chairman, Koshofe Local Government, the Leader of the House of Jodi Local Government and Koshofe Local Government, the Cabinettes, Your Royal Highnesses, Chief S. Ewabaja Bale Aguda, Chief M.A.T. Adele Bale Agidingbi, the Chief T. Bakari Bale Omole, Chief Imatuku Bale Yakuru, Chief Najim Lamidi Aro Bale Ojodu, our party leaders, all our leaders from Koshofe Local Government, the most superior evangelist who is not here, Adum Baku, Chairman AD Ojodu Local Government, the Chairman AD Koshofe Local Government, the Honorable Councillors of the two local governments, the Secretaries to the two local governments, the Supervisors of the two local governments, the HPMs, all the head of departments here present from the two local governments, my Lord, spiritual and temporal distinguished party leaders, community leaders, the Community Development Committee, CDC Chairman, CDA Chairman, all our landlord associations, market leaders, men and women, all the members of NRTW, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to welcome His Excellency the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Otumba Femi Pedro, and his entourage to today's program, tagged Informal Awareness Town Meeting, towards ensuring the successful implementation of the reviewed waste management program in 24 local government areas in the first phase of this program. We consider it a great honor and privilege for our two sister local governments, Ojodu and Koshofe, to be among the councils where these PSP operators shall exist during the first phase of the statewide program. The directives of the state government were unequivocal on the selection of the mega PSP operators in 24 local governments. 2 months after the effective takeoff of the program, judging by the state of cleanliness in the pilot scheme areas is highly unequal in the annals of waste disposal management in Lagos State, in particular, and Nigeria in general. It also shows the ingenuity and the uniqueness of any program initiated by the regime of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, amongst other laudable programs. Distinguished Deputy Governor, Honorable Commissioner, ladies and gentlemen, the uniqueness of the program could also be attributed to the fact that all mega PSP operators must have financial wherewithal to purchase modern waste management equipment, which was seriously lacking in the days of the former minor PSP operators. I must not end this address without mentioning the state of our environment in the two local government areas of Ojodu and Koshofe. The PSP operators should endeavor to collect refuse from house to house and also to reiterate the importance of refuse bags in refuse disposal. The residents are also enjoined to put their refuse outside their main gates before leaving their houses for their respective places of work or trade. The Deputy Governor, Cabinet, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we want to place on record the efforts of our River Deputy Governor on this issue of environmental sanitation and its management, and also the Honorable Commissioner for Environment, Barrister Tunji Bello, and the local government counterpart, and other directors and workers of the two ministries. We appreciate your entire efforts in the last few months with emphasis on cleaner Lagos State. We must confess that our local governments are cleaner and healthier since the commencement of this program. The residents of the two local governments are hereby employed to pay their monthly waste fees regularly to complement the efforts of the state government and the mega PSP operators. Once again, I welcome His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to this occasion, and I urge you all to cooperate with government on this new program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Next, I have the pleasure to invite the chairman of Koshofe local government to also give us a good message. Mr. Chairman, please, Ademuyiwa Adedeji, Koshofe local government.
Tí wáyé wá ẹlẹ́yinjú àánú àánú ọlọ́rọ̀ tútù lẹ́nu o ẹlẹ́yinjú àánú àánú ọlọ́rọ̀ tútù lẹ́nu o wọ́n á ṣe mi ṣe ẹgẹ̀gẹ̀ ìwà. ọmọ tí wá ni wọ́n ṣe nípa ìgbàgbọ́ nínú ẹgbẹ́ tẹ̀bí wọ́n ṣàní àárín kò ní ayọ̀ ṣáàní kò lálá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu rẹ̀ ayé òní ìlú ẹ̀kọ́ Adémúyìwá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu rẹ̀ ayé òní ìmú ẹ̀sọ́ múni kì í mórìṣà sọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu rẹ̀ ayé òní ìmú ẹ̀sọ́.
Ẹ ṣé, thank you.
Solo.
Thank you. His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Olufemi Pedro, members of the Lagos State Executive Council, the Chairman of Ojodu Local Government, the Chairman and the leaders of Alliance for Democracy AD, the local government functionaries, Your Royal Highness, Obas and Chief Presents, religious leaders, market association leaders, gentlemen of the press, invited guests. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel privileged and honored today to present this goodwill message on behalf of the people of Koshofe local government and Ojodu. Honor, they say, must be given to whom it is due, and for this, I give honor to our able and ever-charming Deputy Governor, His Excellency, Mr. Olufemi Pedro. Today seems to be a day of proverbs. Godliness is next to godliness, and health is wealth. This forms the basis of our August gathering. This program is the campaign for a successful implementation of the Review PSP management program that is geared towards making Lagos State clean and attractive to enhance an habitable and conducive business and tourism environment. Commendation must be given to earlier launch of Operation Kick Against Indiscipline, KAI, in the state, which is making a great impact in Lagos State in the area of environmental sanitation. We at Koshofe local government are pledging our allegiance to His Excellency that from today onward, all hands will be on deck for the successful implementation of the program. The Lagos State government efforts will be complemented by embarking on a vigorous grassroots campaign within the local government for proper awareness of the new program. The people of Koshofe truly want to live in clean and hygienic environment and are ready to adjust to the new campaign of cleanliness in the state. For this reason, we are happy for the renewed effort of this management program designed towards clean and attractive Lagos State. It will interest you to note that Koshofe local government is the cleanest local government in the Southwest for the year 2002. This means that the local government has already an impeccable record of cleanliness and could do more in order to maintain its enviable position in that sphere of life. Kudos must therefore be given to the administration of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Mr. Femi Pedro for thinking of the health and hygiene of our people and solution to its attendant problems. Let me assure Your Excellency that the people and all stakeholders within the local government are solidly behind this visionary effort towards a better, clean, attractive, hygienic Lagos State. We will not rest on our hands. We shall vigorously pursue and ensure that this set goal of the state government is achieved. Thank you for all your attention. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please let's give them a round of applause. Thank you very much.
I greet you and we thank you most sincerely for hosting us. Our Igbo Permanent Secretary from the Ministry of Environment, other directors here present, the Baálẹ̀ Akinyi o, kí adé pẹ́ lórí kí bàtà pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ o, olórí àwọn apọ̀ sí o. Adé apẹ́ lórí o. They are market leaders. Ẹ̀yin màmá wa, ẹ̀yin bàbá wa, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let me first of all apologize on behalf of His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You know, actually he was supposed to have started this program, but because he was on leave for quite a while, that was why the Deputy Governor kick-started it. Today he was supposed to be here again, but we are holding a meeting on our budget for the year 2005, which we have to pass by next week. And that was why he was not able to come here. So he has asked me to apologize on his behalf. Ejo atori ato àforíjì o, orúkọ Excellency wa for not being here. What brought us here? First of all, I want to assure you that this is an interactive session. I'm not here to come and speak at you. You also have the opportunity to speak back to us. This is simply an interactive session. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin màmá wa àti bàbá wa tẹ́ wà níbí. Because mo fẹ́ sọ yìí, ẹ máa ní àyè láti dá wa lóhùn. Kì í ṣe pé a wá síbí yìí láti wá sọ̀rọ̀ fún yín ká lè máa lọ. Àárọ̀ fẹ́ gbọ́ tẹ̀tù yín ni. So by the grace of God, after I was finished, ẹgbẹ́ Ọlọ́run yìí náà máa ní àyè láti bèrè lọ́wọ́ wa. Now we are here mainly because of our environment, because of the refuse. Everywhere you go in Lagos, whether you are on the highway, you are on the bridge, you are around the canals, you find refuse everywhere. And why is this so? It's simply because all the efforts are not coordinated. The local government is doing its own, the state government is doing its own, then you have individuals doing their own. You are on your own, you are paying for the car pushers, you pay operators, yet you still find the streets very dirty. The state government is paying a lot of money, yet the streets are still dirty. Local government on its own is paying money to cut away refuse, yet the state is still dirty. Why is this so? Because our efforts are not coordinated. Whereas, if you go to Ghana, if you go to Egypt, or let's say Cairo or Accra, they are cleaner than us, than our own cities. And for how long are we going to continue to allow our streets to be dirty? When we speak of malaria, yellow fever, they are environmentally related. People don't just get fever from the blues or malaria from the blues. They come from our environment. When you dump refuse on the road and you don't carry it away in time, flies will come in, they descend on your food,
And when you descend on your food, you have cholera. And then you also allow mosquitoes to breed. And why do you think we have flooding? Many houses, whenever it rains, many houses are flooded. Streets are flooded. Why? Because our canals have been blocked by refuse. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ máa tún sọ ilé ní Yorùbá díẹ̀. Tí ẹ bá wo gbogbo àwọn àyíkó wa, ẹ rí ìdọ̀tí káàkiri. Bàbá lọ sọ́jà ni, à ń lọ káàkiri ni, ẹ máa rí ìdọ̀tí káàkiri. Bẹ́ẹ̀ máa fèrè síbẹ̀ yẹn, ẹ̀rọ àwọn ọkọ̀ ti dàgbà sí títì. Tí bá wo àwọn bẹ́tà wa ìdọ̀tí ló wà ń bẹ̀. Gbogbo wa dẹ̀rẹ̀ à ń náwó. Ìjọba tẹ̀sí náwó. Ìjọba ló kàkọ́ náà náwó tiẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin náà ẹ̀ náwó lápò ara yín, ẹ̀ kó fún wọn. Ìlú ọ̀dẹ̀ ìdọ̀tí. Tójò bá rọ̀, gbogbo lélẹ̀ omi máa wọ̀. Kí ló yẹ kó omi wọlé? Ó yẹ kó omi kó àdúgbò wa, àwọn ìdọ̀tí wọn sì dá sínú àwọn kànáà. Ìkan tó ń fa òjò bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Àwọn òwò títí pé kí la lè ṣe? A ti ń gbé ẹ̀wò títí láti ọdún 5 sẹ́yìn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ la rí àlàáfíà lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ìdọ̀tí. And that is the main reason why we said we should devise a new solution. And what is the solution? We now said, look, let us harmonize all our efforts. Bring the state, the local government and individuals. Let us come together and spend only one money. Instead of somebody spending his own money, local government spending his own money, let us come together and spend only for one. Let us look for those who can actually do this job. Not the car pushers. Because the car pushers, when they collect your money, when they collect money from you, by the time they go and park the truck somewhere, they cannot get to our dump site because it's too strenuous for them to get to the dump site. When they collect your money, all you do, they park the truck. Then they come over the night, they look left, right, and center and dump the refuse in the canal or dump it on the highway. And you pay them. They will take your money away and spend. They don't dump the refuse. And what do you have? You have cholera, malaria all over the place. We now said, look, let us do one thing. Let's look for those who can do this job. Those who have the capacity, those who have the trucks, who can go from house to house or from street to street and cut away this refuse to our dump site. If you are able to do that, I think the problem will be solved. Because at the moment, those who are doing it before, those PSP who are doing it before, they want to collect money from those who pay them. If you don't pay them, they will not take your refuse. They will go to number 12. If number 12 pays them, they will cut away the refuse. But if number 13 does not pay them, they will not take away the refuse. Number 13 will take away the refuse, give to car pusher, and the car pusher will go and dump it somewhere. So we needed to do something. And we now said, let us look for those who can do the job. Those who have trucks like Loma. If you look around you, please look around you there. You see the trucks. You can see those trucks. You can see those trucks. In fact, let me invite Bureau of Environmental Services. And the MBU. Where is MBU? Where is MBU? And environmental protection. Please come. If you look at the trucks there, those are the things you require to cut away refuse. Not by that. We now said, let the state government look for these people who can go from house to house and take away your refuse. Those who have trucks like Loma. Those who have trucks like Loma, let us employ them. And the government will pay them at the end of the month. They go from house to house, don't ask for a cover. We told them, don't ask for a penny from them. At the end of the month, government will pay you. So we look around, we advertise in the newspapers, and we said they should apply. We said you must have a minimum of 10 trucks before you can be engaged. And we had over 50 people applied, out of which we selected 24 who can do the job. I will say, we can't cover the whole of Lagos for a start. Let's see how it's going to work in some areas before we introduce in other areas. And we selected 24 local governments, in which Ojudu and Koshofe, they are among these 24 local governments. And we appointed an operator for each local government. And the operators for Ojudu are Bio Developmental Services and Envil. And you please can you show yourself. This is Bio and Envil. I will ask for Koshofe, environmental protection. Where are you? Environmental protection. Yes. These are the people. Don't look at them because they are putting on their caps. These are big people. Their trucks are there. These are the people who came to us and we appointed them. We now say, go from house to house, pick their refuse. Go from street to street, wherever you find refuse, pack it. And take it to our dump site. And wait. At the end of the month, we pay them. I want to you see me? No, you can't get that. So we now said, look, we will pay you. Don't collect the cover from anybody. Go and take away the refuse from house to house, from street to street, and then take it to our dump site. They must have a route plan. We said, have a route plan. If it is house A or street A, tell them the number of times you come in a week. If it is 2 times in a week, let them know. Distribute your own bills and let them know when you will come. And then you move from house to house, from street to street, and cut away their refuse. At the end of the month, we pay them. We started in October, and at the end of last month, we pay them. Government paid them. We are not owing them. Another month has ended. Before this week runs out, or early next week, we are going to pay them again. And why are we doing this? We are doing this because we feel that to collect money from individuals is very difficult for them. You can't be asking them to collect refuse and at the same time chasing residents for money. And that is why the whole system failed. And we now said, okay, we will be paying you. And that's what we have been doing. Now, if they don't do the job well, we have the right to change them. If they don't do it well, we can change them. Or if you complain that these people are not doing it well, if you are still not clear, please ask us the question. Because they are there to serve you. If they don't do well, just let us know. You can always change them. This is very important. Now, what is your own role in this business? Government is going to spend a lot of money to cut away this waste. Already, we are rehabilitating the Ojota dump site. If you go to Ojota dump site now, you can't see refuse on the surface again. If you pass by that road, there is no refuse on that surface again. We have been doing rehabilitation work since May. And that is to prepare for this thing we are doing. And we are going to pay a lot of money to these people, running to millions of naira. Because casting away refuse, they have to spend money on diesel, they have to maintain their trucks, and to cut away waste, they have to pay their workers. All these bills come on government. And know how much we are going to pay. The money runs into minimum. We will need a minimum of 300 million naira in a month to be paying the refuse operators. And we now said, look, government should pay its own. We are going to pay about 75% of it. But let the residents or let the oceans also contribute their own. And what we are asking them to contribute is very small. It is not a thing that will affect your pocket unduly. We said from house to house, at the end of the month, we have appointed some banks. There are people who bring the bills. They will bring the bills to your doorstep. We now said from house to house, a room is 50 naira in a month. We said a room will pay 50 naira in a month. And this will not pay to the government. You will go to the bank and pay it. And then we said 1 bedroom flat, 150 naira in a month. And 2 bedroom flat, 200 naira in a month. And then 3 bedroom, 300 naira in a month. And this money, when they bring the bills, like they bring NEPA bills to you, you know the NEPA people, they bring bills to you at the end of the month. The same thing is going to happen. These people will bring the refuse bills to you at the end of the month. We have a company that is doing that already. And once you have the bill, you take it to the bank and pay it like you are paying your NEPA bill. This is the system we have put in place. This will enable us to be able to pay our operators. And we believe that if you have this system in place, Lagos will be cleaner. And it will be to the advantage of everybody. Don't look at it from the monetary point of view. See it from the health point of view. Your health is wealth. Your health is your wealth. And because if you think that by paying 200 naira or 150 naira in a month is too much, then by the time you go to the hospital, either because of malaria fever or because of dysentery or cholera, and you are charged about 2,000 naira, you have to think twice. This is why this is more preventive, and this is why you have to assist the government. It is more important to clean your environment than going to cure whatever ailment you may have, which you can also derive from not cleaning your environment. And this is what we have done. And that is why we want to appeal to you. And that is why we are holding this meeting. So that we can sit together, look at the problems, the solution we have put in place. Tell us your own feelings. What do you think? If you feel that your operator is not working well, you let us know. If there are areas you feel that we can show improvement, you let us know. And this is why we are arranging this meeting. It's a way of letting you know that we care. That our environment, that if you don't take care of it, we are all going to be in problems. You will see that by the time we start cleaning up, the problem of flooding will reduce. When it rains, you can be more relaxed whenever it rains. Because you can be sure your canal will not be overflooded, or will not be overflowing, or your houses will be overflooded. This is part of what we are doing. And that is why we came here, to share some of these things with you. We have been to several places. We have been to Amuwodofi. We have been to Lagos Island. We have been to Yaba. And we have been to Ekosisheri and Ojodu. And we are well received. People welcome this idea. They welcome this program. And that is why we are appealing to you also. People of Ojodu and people of Kushofe. Please, when you get back home, help us send the message to your people, to your neighbors, to your brothers and sisters, to your children. Let them know that this is a new program that will finally clean our own environment. But this is the only solution we have now. And this is what they are even using in other places. We will all go to London, we will all go to New York. This is the system they use. It is the government that pays the refuse operators. If you go to America, government employs contractors. They don't ask contractors to be going from house to house and collect money. They employ them and pay them to do the job. While they collect their money through taxes or levies. And that is what we are introducing to you. And we hope that you are going to accept it. So, we are also going to have monitoring officers who will be monitoring the operators. If they are doing well, they will tell us. We have reports. Yesterday, I was reading the report of those who are operating in Ojodu and Kushofe. And I was happy with some of the things I read. Although there are still some areas that are yet to cover. But from what I gathered, at least, there's an improvement. And I believe that because I just started, they'll say, they've not been to my house, so they will be there. we have just started. This is a new scheme. We are going to have problems here and there, but we will continue to improve on it until we finally get there. But try and be patient. They will finally get there. If you are not been to your area, just let us know. You can call the attention of the local government chairman or come to the ministry. We are also going to have the telephone numbers we have distributed. You can call the telephone numbers any time of the day. Call the telephone number, somebody will answer you. Even if it's in the middle of the night. You can lodge your complaint. If somebody has come into your area, let us know. And if you feel that it's also demanding money from you, let us know. But please, we are also appealing to you to play your own part. Try and pay your refuse collection bill in time. Please, this is very important for the success of this program, because government needs your cooperation, government needs your support. Because if you don't pay your own part, if the government does not have enough money to pay them, these people will pull out. They are in business. And that is why we need your support. And there's a law already, Sanitation Law 2001, that if you don't pay for your refuse, there's a penalty for it. We have revised that penalty. Now, if you don't pay 15 naira per house, and they serve you a notice, first month, second month, you still don't pay, they will take you to mobile court. And once you are taken there, you are fined. The fine is about 25,000 naira for not paying 15 naira or not paying 150 naira. The fine is 25,000 naira. And also they may steal the house. That is now is covered by law. That is why we are appealing to you. We hope our case will not reach that stage. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ àárí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹjọ́ o. Ọlọ́run máa wà pẹ̀lú wa. Ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ìfẹ́ láti bẹ̀yìn pé ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ẹ fi wọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìjọba láti tún ìlú ìṣe. Ọ̀rọ̀ dọ̀tí yìí ó kù díẹ̀ káàtó. Ojú máa ń tì wá ní tábà lọ títì káwọn èèyàn máa wá káàkiri máa rí dọ̀tí káàkiri láàrin títì. À ń láti wá nǹkan ṣe sí nǹkan tá a lè fẹ́ ṣe náà láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ yìí. Ó wá kù sí ọwọ́ yín. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀yin náà máa ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Àwọn operators yẹn tó bá ti wá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá tẹ̀ sílé wọ́n máa gbé ilẹ̀ yín. Ẹ ṣáà ti gbé ilẹ̀ yín síta. Kẹ́ẹ̀dì sílá nọ́mbà yẹn. Ẹ bá múlá nọ́mbà yẹn. Ẹ bá ti láti sílá lára nọ́mbà yẹn. Wọ́n á bá yín gbé. Ìgbọ́ ẹ má kàn gbé ilẹ̀ tí ẹ pé wọn ò tí ì dì. Wọ́n atẹ́gùn máa gbé lọ. Á gbé lọ sínú gọ́tà. Á gbé lọ sórí títì. Ọ̀tẹ̀ bá dì í sínú nylon báyìí. Tẹ̀gbẹ́ síta yín. Bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ síbi iṣẹ́ ni àbẹ̀lọ sọ́jà ni o. Wọ́n máa wá gbélé yẹn. Àwọn tó ń gbélé yẹn bá ti rí ẹ̀rọ máa gbé. Ẹ ní láti wà lé. Ẹ bá ti gbé síta ìwé ọjọ́ tó ń bọ̀ bóyá èmejì lọ́sẹ̀ ló ń bọ̀ ni o. Ẹ ti di ilẹ̀ síta wọn á kó. Ẹ̀rọ tó bá yẹ lágbára ẹ̀ wọ́n lè ra bíìnì yìí tí wọ́n gbé síta wọn ẹ bá ti síta. Owó eléyìí pọ̀ díẹ̀ pẹ̀lú kékeré wà. Eléyìí fún àwọn alágbára ni àwọn bíi àwọn local government chairman àwọn baálẹ̀ wa àwọn lè lágbára eléyìí. 30,000 naira ló ń tà á. Wọ́n èké ẹ̀ wà 2,000 naira 3,000 naira ẹ̀ wà. Ó dẹ̀ máa láti ọdún mẹ́rin èèyàn yìí lò. Ẹ bá ti dì síbẹ̀ ẹ gbàgbé síbẹ̀. Ẹ bá gbé síwájú lé yìí wọ́n máa gbélé yẹn wọ́n á dà sílẹ̀ wọ́n máa lọ tiwọn. Wọ́n yẹn ṣe ń lo ìbò náà nìyẹn ìlú ìbò tá à ń lọ wọ́n yẹn ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Wọ́n á ti gbélé ọ síta kọ́tọ́ dé ní ìrọ̀lẹ́. Wọ́n á bá kẹ wọ́n lẹ̀ wọ́n á lè lọ fún kí wọ́n gbé wọlé padà. Kọ́tà lọ fẹ́ ṣe nìyẹn yẹn la ṣe gbé eléyìí sílẹ̀. So àwọn bẹ̀ ọ̀rìn kẹ́ support wa lórí ẹ̀. Àdéhùn tẹ̀lé fi support wa ni pé ẹ jẹ́ ká máa mọ̀ wọ́n bá ṣiṣẹ́ àbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká máa mọ̀ tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ yín ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ tó yà ń gbó lọ́wọ́ yín wọ́n lè gbó lọ́wọ́ yín àti sáfíìsì tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ tó yà ń gbó lọ́wọ́ yín àtúpè fóònù nọ́mbà yẹn nísì 792-0301 àwọn hotline sẹ́ni yẹn ẹ lè pe láì yẹn ní any time of the day wọ́n á dá yín lóhùn ìbéèrè tí wọ́n fẹ́ béèrè wọ́n á sọ fún yín. Another line is 794-3510. Then ìkan tó tún kù 775-6187. Ọlọ́run àwọn pẹ̀lú yín o. Àwọn ọmọ yín á di gómìnà. Ọmọ yín á di kọmíṣánná, ọmọ yín á di dókítọ̀, á di architect o. Àwọn ọmọ yín á tún wá bá túlù yìí ṣe. Torí àwọn là ń ṣe léyìí fún kó lè ta ni. Àwọn àfẹ́ gọ́rọ̀nù hospital. Ọlọ́run lè jẹ́ gọ́rọ̀nù hospital. ẹ̀yin ò dẹ̀ ní ọ̀rọ̀ hospital orí ẹ̀ làwọn ti ṣe lé so mo wá dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o so àwa béèrè ìbéèrè wá sí ẹ ṣé gan.
Some of them came to some of the houses without due consultation, without talking to the residents of the houses. They just came and pasted their enumeration posters and went away. To the extent that there was to be a kind of a wrangling between some of them and one of our elders in the area, but because of quick intervention, we had to resolve the issue. One, because they came in, they just, maybe a house that is supposed to have about maybe one bedroom flat, they just enumerated it to be a 3-bedroom flat, and there is confusion. The problem there, the fault there is that we want to let the Honorable Commissioner know and Honorable Chairman of the local government that when the enumerators come over, they should please have due consultation with the residents so that there will be proper record. Because at the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of conflict. When it comes to payment, when it comes to bills being distributed, when the bills is supposed to be distributed, the owners or the residents will, of course, have to either contest the bills in view of the fact that it was, the house was not properly enumerated. That's question number one, sir.
Question number two.
What about the areas that the operators will not be able to reach, the unreachable areas? What do we have for them? We heard that there will be dumping sites. There has not been any signs that maybe a mini dumping site will be created by the operators. And when they do, if they are created, how often will they come? And when people are being found in the night, putting these things in the dumping site, will CAI not come and arrest them? So please, let us note that, sir. That's one. That's two, right?
My name is S.K. Ogunwole from Sholi 2. I'm the chairman of the PDA. My name is S.K. The chairman of PDA Sholi 2. I'm sorry. We have not seen anybody or PSP, anything in our own community. None of them has come to our community. We have been discussing about this matter. Sholi 2. I'm from local government. None of them has come. So they are still using the car feature. I don't know from today, maybe they will come, I don't know. But I advise the PSP, if possible, when they come, they should know the community leaders, like chairman, secretary, or any of the community leaders, know what is going on and direct them. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Before we move, let the Honourable Commissioner answer that. We will now move to Sean.
That the enumerator came without notice, or some rules were wrongly identified. Well, we must apologize if that happened. We must apologize if they came without notice. And so, you see, when you receive your bill, there is a complaint section there. If you have been wrongly enumerated, there is a complaint section under the form. You notice there that this flat is not 4-bedroom or 3-bedroom. It is 1 bedroom. You notice there, and you send it. In fact, where you are going to send it to is already there. And when you send it, it will be corrected. So there is a self-correcting mechanism even within the bill. Then unreachable areas. That is, there are some areas and some streets where the trucks cannot access. They cannot enter. What do we do? Already we have started building what we call communal depot. Communal depot people can take refuse. We have started in Ipori already. We are going around. I'm sure by February or March next year, you will have seen them everywhere, in most places, particularly in areas where people cannot reach. If you go to Mushi, for instance, not many streets in Mushi are easily accessible by bigger trucks. They need communal depot in Mushi. If you go to Bariga, it's the same thing. If you go to Lagos Island, it's also the same thing. So we know that we have to build communal depot or even put a bin. If you go to Ikorodu Road, for instance, there are some refuse bin on Ikorodu Road already, which we are putting for people to dump. So we recognize that fact that there are some areas that cannot be accessed at all. We are building communal depot for them so that they can go and dump their refuse there. And then the operator will come there and pack the refuse as regularly as possible. That is even easier. It means that you can go there anytime and dump your refuse. I can assure you, no Kai official will arrest anybody dumping refuse in those bins. If you dump in the proper place, no Kai official will be there to arrest you. Because it's a designated place, it will be painted as refuse point. And nobody has any right to arrest anybody there. Because it's the government that built the place. The social implication of sidelining the car pushers. Already some of them have been engaged. Some of them are already working for these operators. But there are some who will not want to be engaged. They are enjoying the money they are collecting. Some of them collect as much as 10,000 naira a day. We have arrested many of them and we caught them as much as 10,000 naira. They were dumping refuse on the highway. They collected money from people and then they were just dumping it and we arrested them. There are some who will not want to be engaged. We don't have apologies for those people. We have declared war on those people. If you want to work, you'll be engaged. But if you do not want to work, we will declare war on them. We have started declaring war on them in Lagos Island as well as Victoria Island now. Because they are destroying our environment. They are dumping refuse in Lagoon, they are dumping refuse everywhere. We have avoided people collecting refuse in VI. And yet you still have this car pusher going about. So those who want to be employed, we will find jobs for them. We will ask the operators to employ them. We are already doing that. But those who don't want to be employed, they see that they must continue in their own ways. It is total war. And we are ready for them. Complaints that the flap was built 500 naira. Well, it's what I said earlier. That if you have been wrongly billed, there's a complaint section there. You send it to the building company that look, my flat is 2 bedrooms. How can you charge me 500 naira? So I think that has answered the question. Just send it back to them and say you have been wrongly billed. So where you're going to send it is already there. Then Solui too. It is true. The operator has not been there at Solui. And I've been told by the chairman that already an operator has been engaged for that particular zone. In fact, what they're also doing is that we also discovered that there are some local governments that are very big. Koshofe is a very big local government. In fact, you need more than one operator in Koshofe. That's like Mushi too. So you might be finding that in some local governments we might be employing more than one operator. Already in Mushi, we have about 3 operators in Mushi. In Koshofe, we already have about 2 or 3. The same thing in Ojudu, we have our 2 operators. So it doesn't mean that if you feel that one operator cannot cope, we will engage another person until we are able to cover all the local government. Please try and be patient with us. We will get to your area. Thank you.
We believe that there is yet a lot to be accomplished. A start has been made. It cannot be perfect right from the word go. We all accept that. But at the same time, we are in a position to point out some of the flaws that we have noticed. One of them is the fact that in my own area, my name is Tayo Akinibosun. I come from Erebawa Street in Okera local government, in Ojudu local government area. My first observation is the fact that I have been served a bill for the month of October. Believe you me, there was no activity at all during the month of October in our own area. Yes, we are aware that the program was supposed to take off. We are aware that the program was supposed to take off in October, but it did not take off in October in our own area anyway. That's Okera, local government in Okera area. And on the 1st of November, Yes, we saw it was Envil in the first place. They came along and collected refuse. But one of the things is that there was no notice whatsoever as to when they will be coming, whether they will be coming, so there is no notice whatsoever. And that, to me, I think is very, very important to the success of this exercise. We need to know when they will be coming, each street. And in that case, people will get prepared. We cannot be putting out refuse bins every day and so on and so forth. So I have my bill here for the month of October. It is not valid. So yes, it is not valid at all. We are appealing to the collectors to cancel the October bill in our own area. I'm not speaking for myself. I'm speaking for a lot of people. The other very important area, of course, is the question of the tariff. On the bill, we have been charged 400 naira per flat. That is not what it should be. And even the ones of, well, people have generally complained about the high tariff. We let the Honorable Commissioner and every other person concerned to please do something about that. Thank you very much.
Honorable Commissioner, I'm Chief Ademola Alitambi, an accountant, former legal, former chairman of the local government council in this area. I'm really very happy for this beautiful scheme. I have only one or two questions to ask. Number one, the type of bag you're supposed to use. It's not that the type of bag, this collection bag, it's not too fragile. It's a solid something. Very, very solid that cannot easily tear or something like that with any solid thing. That's why we will feel that that one is possibly it's not too much, it will be changed. It's a more solid something. Number two, can a tenant or can the neighbor of the house get more bags if that of your own is not sufficient for the waste something? Because you can buy this Ghana must go and put something that is solid there until you can. And the bit of that, I think it's a very beautiful thing. I read the scheme and I wish you success in it. Thank you very much.
Please make your question very snappy. Honorable Commissioners, members of the High Table, ladies and gentlemen. One thing I want to assure the Honorable Commissioner, I'm Engineer Ade Onokoya, is that we are all with you. But the problem we have is this. You have mentioned some developed countries. And we all know that it is the government that pays 100% from whatever taxes they have taken. So I'm passing this press appeal to you. The Lagos State government should be ready to pay at least 50%, not 25%. That's number one, sir. So you are paying 75. Then it means your tariff is too high. Now, the second thing is this, sir. I've only seen those trucks 2 times in November, and I've been given a bill for November for 2,000 naira. So, since you said the bill can be corrected, I'll go to the appropriate quarter and correct it. But one other important thing is this, sir. Like somebody has mentioned, some of these trucks, you can see them, let's be frank, I'm an engineer, they are very old. 1. 2, they cannot get into some tight corners. That's the important thing. So we need some lighter trucks. It's not that there are no streets there, they are straight, they are tarred road, but if you ever watch any one of them operate, you find out that they have a very stiff steering and they can't go into tight areas. So please, those who are serving Aguda area, there are some places they can never get to with this truck. And when they come, you will start to send bill to those people. I remember they sent the bill about 2 days ago, and everybody was like, quarreling with one another that what is this? They have never cut away any refuse. So if you have collected my refuse for only 2 days, The first time was, I think, on Tuesday, and the next one was on Friday, prior to the environmental, because I noted it. So, and I received a bill that very day. I was surprised. What am I paying for? So please help us look into the tariff and let us have the actual price. Because when the chairman of the local government called us, I remember he said it was supposed to be 500 naira per house, and that makes people feel comfortable. If you give us a very good tariff, you'll find out that almost everybody will pay. Even the landlord alone will pay without talking to the tenant. So if the tariff is too high, you give people time to start making bargain under. So please do something about this. Thank you.
My name is K. Oyadele. My community wants you to scrape up the amount for shops, because the shop is attached to the house. So my community don't like that you should scrape away the money for that shop. So, the local shop you are charging us, after all it's in house. Ile tani. Now, there is a shop attached to it. So we don't want you to charge us.